Well, this is known as the world's largest free flight walk-in aviary, KL Bird Park. Well, I do see a lot of things very high in the sky around here. The skyscrapers, and one of the tallest buildings in the world. Let's have a look to see whether it is interesting inside. Well, here we are. We're now going to enter this bird park, and again, I've got to say that it's deserted. There is nobody here actually coming into it except a few. As I say, less than H&M. I couldn't believe today how they could get any more people in H&M. After all, the place was absolutely, utterly packed. Well, as I go in this bird park, I'm not really optimistic. The birds do, of course, what I enjoy best. This one seems to be thoroughly enjoying himself. A peacock, the same as I have at home. Kuala! Seems to be a total abundance of peafowl. And then the call to prayer. Beautiful peahen. Other than actual peafowl, haven't actually seen so far much else. Guinea fowl running around. Even as I walk around this park, I find again, unlike the shopping centres and the consumerism part of the city, there are virtually no people. Here we have the human trained parrots. An area of consumerism. Dark and dungy dens for the birds. But unfortunately, again, not many people. Then you get a stark reminder of what we're doing. Endangered birds of Malaysia. There is only one reason why they're endangered, is because we have wiped them out. We cut down their trees, we dispose of their marshes, their rainforests, we pollute their rivers, and then we wonder why they no longer exist. Then of course you get the cages, one after another. Birds after birds after birds. And even a pen with a couple of ostriches. Here, knowing how fast an ostrich runs, they wouldn't even be able to start to get up to speed. After all, this is not the plains of Africa. This is a bird park of Malaysia. The waterfall Avery. This is the section for the flightless birds, and in here, of course, there's a school, what they call the bird school. Only one problem: it's empty, just like almost the whole of this park, because you see, we're not interested. What a fluffy bird to look at. How boring. Where's my Christian Dior fancy bag? My H&M t-shirt? I don't see any of these birds wearing a plush Nike shoes. So I look out now, at this position I am in at the moment, I actually cannot see another human. Now we're going to go into the education sector. I don't suppose there's many people, children especially in Kuala Lumpur, that would know where these chicks came from. Another deserted room in a deserted bird park, in a deserted area. And here are some of the famous monkeys that run around in this park freely. I put food down for the birds, and within seconds they descended upon me, one after another, waiting to have just a morsel. Well, believe it or not, I sat here for 45 minutes in this park next to the dead peacock, and in 45 minutes not a soul walked along this main path through this bird park in central Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Next to one of the tallest buildings in the world. And there he lay, with his friends around, wondering what's happened. Even if the park was open for, let's say, 10 hours a day, I doubt whether 10 or 15 people would walk this path through this bird park in the middle of Kuala Lumpur. And even if they did, I doubt whether it would have been an employee who would then retrieve the dead peacock. Well, I've gone through the bird park and it's a very nice place to be, but of course there aren't too many people, and of course people is what a bird park like this require. But after all, there's the odd monkey to mess about, so for those reasons alone, it's nice to see a monkey in a tree. Well, he decided to take the banana and is now sitting in a tree as happy as a sandboy. So there are parts of this bird park and of course the park itself that are interesting. After all, how often do you see monkeys in the trees next to you? Peacocks that walk up to you. How is it possible for one of the largest bird parks, supposedly in the world, next to some of the tallest buildings in the world, to literally have its car park deserted? There is literally no one here. It's the middle of the day and they've even closed the ticket office. This is the sad reality of life. It really is sad, because today children don't even know where potatoes came from. If you showed them a potato in McDonald's and told them that that's what they're eating, they would probably spit out the French fries. After all, they wouldn't even know where the lettuce, the tomato, let alone the ham for the hamburger came from. You showed them a pig and told them that that's what they're eating, I think in the end they would probably end up being, should I say, vegetarians? But there again, as I say, the potato is fundamentally a vegetable to a degree, and yet if you showed them a potato, they wouldn't eat their French fries, so therefore what would they eat? The world is becoming sadder and sadder. The world is becoming more and more consumed by want and need of consumerism. The park looks as if it's closed, but it isn't.